fucking amazing. I was only like 8, okay? But they were my best friends, the 2 sons of, you know, this family were my best friends, and I'd go over there every Saturday, and my parents would let me stay until like 2 or 3 in the morning. They're like, fuck it. My dad would usually come and get me.
As an 8-year-old?
Yeah! Because
That's insane.
I was safe.
I love that you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
of
but
course.
they wanted you
No.
awake at 8, like, till 2 in the morning?
No.
Hey guys, welcome back to Stream Queen Stream. You all know my co-host.
Heather Dorff.
And I'm, of course, Jessica Cameron. Before we get started in today's hot tub story time, please take a moment to click the like button and also subscribe. While you're subscribing, you'll see a little bell pop up. If you hit that bell, it'll send you a notification every time we upload, which is at least once a week. Join our community, and if you really like what we do, please feel free to check us out on Patreon, which is what pays for us to make this show physically possible.
Yes.
So, and if you're already on Patreon, we love you. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so very much. You can get a lot of fun perks, including side swag, private calls, and a whole bunch of entertaining shit by joining our Patreon. Okay.
Check it out.
Now, what are we doing today, Heather Dorff?
We are going to talk about alien encounters of the...
Ooh.
No, but just our experiences, whether they were personal or overheard. All right, so you start this time.
First of all, do you believe in aliens?
I believe, obviously, you have to. The universe is way too big. There's way too many planets. There has to be something beyond this.
Did you know that a government in Congress just recently confirmed that they know for a fact that there's 4 different types of aliens?
What?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
I want to see. It better be a real link from a real site, not some conspiracy site.
It's literally in Congress. I'm not kidding you.
I mean, no
it's
joke
like,
though.
nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. It's like in Congress, like in the proper Congress, like, you know, with like all like the people in the suits and the guys.
Yeah.
Not like a Trump person, like
that
a
being
legit
said,
person.
they just released a bunch of documents. So they released like all the documents that basically are on UFOs, like publicly. And my friend Eric is like seriously going through all of these documents, finding all instances to find out like what truth is behind this. It's quite interesting. He posts stuff all the time about his findings, and it's definitely something is odd.
Yeah, well, basically, an expert based on the government did confirm to Congress publicly that they know for sure there's 4 different types of aliens. Either way, we'll link it down below. It's pretty interesting to me. So obviously, I'm a believer. I agree with you. I think that you have to believe at this point that we possibly cannot.
We cannot be the only intelligent life. It doesn't even make sense. It does not make sense.
I mean, and help us if we are.
Yeah, really, truly.
Really, somebody has to be doing this better than us.
Well, you know, my friend said one of the things I was like, well, if there are aliens, you like there should be theoretically there should be someone who is more advanced than us. And he's like, sure. I was like, well, why haven't we seen him? He's like, because I guarantee you they're like 500 light years away. And do you know how long that takes for someone to travel, even if you're an advanced race? Like,
I disagree. I think that they're able to mask and hide inside of us.
Maybe.
But keep in mind, think about it. If you were an alien, all you have to do is wear the right clothing and hide. I mean, it's really not hard.
True.
It's really
but
not
why
hard.
not make contact?
Well, again, so according to this official, I'll link down below, they have made contact. It's just, again, it like goes above us, and they don't want to make it widespread knowledge, even though it now is public record, because they don't want to cause mass panic.
Yeah, they'll freak out. People freak
Yeah.
out. Why they hide? Because of stupid people.
Right? Exactly. Okay, so I grew up, my biological mother, who, if you guys know me, you know that I'm not especially close to, but I did grow up with her when I was a kid. So when I was very young, she told us a story, and my mother would often say things that I felt were not completely true, things that would change over time. This is one story that I remember hearing on at least a dozen occasions over the course of 10 or 12 years, and never once did the story change, which is where I do believe that it is absolutely true. So according to my mother, in North Bay, Ontario, Canada, when she was around 15, 16, walking home with a boy from school, there was a moment where they just looked up, and there was literally a circular saucer type object directly above them. And as they continued to sort of walk to be like, wait a second, what's going on? It just basically followed them. And they were really creeped out. And then when they got home, it was gone by the time they walked to their homes. Obviously, small town, you walk everywhere. And the next day in the paper, all the fire departments and the police departments, it made news. It was everywhere saying this in fact did happen. Other people saw it. Other people with more credit than a teenage girl walking with a boy,
right?
You know, from wherever the heck they were coming from. But her story never changed. Not the shape of the object, not how close it was to her, which she said it was really close. She was feeling really, really scared, and she said it had a bunch of lights on it, and circular, and it was flashing. And it really creeped her out, and it kind of stuck with her for her entire life, and something, like I said, that she would tell to us. And kind of with like a guise of, be careful, yo.
Right. Honestly, so my mom had the same story, but well, not the same actually. It's a lot more creepy, in fact. But it was so hard to believe. But again, my mom wasn't the type to tell like fantastical stories. She really wasn't. She only had a few in her life, and they were all very real and very obvious. And you know what's funny is after she died, some people contacted me that knew her who also reiterated the same story she told me growing up. I was like, oh my god, my mom actually did do all these things. It's crazy. My mom was wild. If I am even mildly wild, my mom was like over 10,000. She was unmanageable. She was extremely wild, and that's fine. She was a free spirit. She's an awesome person. But she told me about this time that her and some friends, so obviously we all grew up in Illinois and Indiana, and my mom was specifically from Indiana, and her and some friends were out just driving like in one of those cornfield, middle of the nowhere places, and they were all, you know, they were all stoned for sure. They were fucking around. They were kids. They were young teenagers in like the 70s.
But side note, I don't do drugs or marijuana. You don't see things when you do marijuana,
well,
right?
No, you shouldn't.
Just
no.
making sure. I mean,
No.
I don't remember anybody saying that. But
And
I'm just
especially
saying.
when you hear this is more like maybe if you're on psychedelics, I might question it, but no, just smoking pot, no. This situation, no. No, never real. So anyways, they're driving down the road just having a good time, blasting music, and my mom literally says the car all of a sudden stops. Her and a friend and a few other friends are in the car. No one else is moving but her and her friend, and there's just a light. Like she said, it was just an all-encompassing light, and everything was still. Nothing was moving. Trees weren't moving. Car wasn't moving. Radio was no sound. Her and her friend are sitting there, and no one is fucking moving. Everyone is suspended in time in this huge bright light. And my mom said it was single-handedly the scariest moment of her life. But at the same time, it's like it's so confusing. It was so disorienting. It's almost like you think you're dreaming, or you know you're gonna wake up in a minute. And she said it lasted a whole of like 30 seconds. And then the light went out and the car started going, like it never stopped, and no one else except for her and her friend in the car, which they got them to pull over, and they're trying to tell them like, guys, we were not moving in time, like there was no movement, everything just stopped in the world or in this space or whatever. And of course none of the friends believed her except for the one that experienced it with her, and to this day she doesn't fucking know. She's like, I don't know if it was aliens, I don't know if we hit some like time warp, like a fucking almost like a wormhole, like in the right exact moment going the right exact speed, and it just suspended time or whatever. But she thought it was likely aliens, but she couldn't figure out why they would do that or what it meant or whatever. So there was that. And again, she, you know, wasn't the type to just fucking say weird shit like that. Like, and that was super weird to me. I'm like, what the fuck? You were not time ceased to exist for like 30 seconds in your life, and everyone in the car was like mannequins. It's just weird. Me personally, what I have experienced is and again, you know, my mom did tell me the story growing up, so I did believe in aliens young, but I wouldn't say I was out like looking for them. Like, you know, it just was what it was, whatever. Well, I had these friends I grew up with. They were Latino, and every Saturday without fail, this is why I love me some fucking Latinos. Every Saturday without fail, they would have like a fucking family reunion where everyone who lived in the Tri-City area would come over to the house, and they would party till like 4 in the morning in their yard, lots of food, drinks. It was fucking amazing. I was only like 8, okay, but they were my best friends. The 2 sons of, you know, this family were my best friends, and I'd go over there every Saturday, and my parents would let me stay until like 2 or 3 in the morning. They were like, fuck it. My dad would usually come and get me.
As an 8-year-old?
Yeah, because
That's insane.
I was safe.
I love that you're like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
I know,
of
but
course.
they wanted you
No.
awake at 8, like till 2 in the morning.
No, in this particular case, they did let me do it because I had fun, and I did get up the next day. As a child, you get 4 or 5 hours of sleep and you survive. Older, it gets a little more tricky, but no, I had no problem.
I feel like that's the reverse for most people. Comment down below if you're with me, but I feel like most children are really, well, I feel like you're always grumpy, but most children are super grumpy and cannot do a little sleep. I feel like you need more sleep as a child than
I
you do
think
as a
it was
grown-up.
actually opposite for me. I think I did much better without sleep when I was young than I do now, especially
Well,
if I
you
was having
definitely
fun.
don't do well now.
No, definitely don't do
At
now.
all.
Well, now. Maybe it's from all the partying when I was like 8. Anyways, so one night I'm out
You weren't
there.
drinking, side note.
No,
I'm
no,
so
no, no,
distracted
no.
by the partying.
No, it was totally kosher. Like, I mean, obviously, like, they get a little, the parents and stuff would get a little drunk, but it was mostly just funny. It was totally safe, really fun environment, great people, great family. It was just nice, honestly. I think that's why my parents allowed it. Because my parents and me were all kind of introverted, and it was just our little bubble. So it was nice to be around such a huge family element and see like that. It was a good fucking, you know, whatever. It was great. All right, so I'm out there one night in the yard having fun like always. And I don't know why. I just look up. You could see the stars back then. It was like in the.
But
early...
also anywhere like outside of LA.
Yeah, that's true.
Cities,
Well, we were outside of Chicago, but again, we were a good 45-minute drive outside of Chicago, so you could see more stars than you can like in the city. And I just look up, and I'm just looking at the stars, and there's this party all around me, and all of a sudden, I notice a star, but it's not a star because it's fucking moving. And the thing is, it's not moving. It's moving like this, just all over the place. In fact, so much I'm like, is it a bug? Like, is it a bug like lower? Like, because it didn't make sense.
Your 8-year-old brain's going, that might be a bug or a UFO.
Is it a bug or is it? But the thing is, it was very clearly, it was like the same, it was like a white, like it looked like a fucking star, except it was moving erratically across the sky. Like, it couldn't even have been a bug by how it was fucking bouncing the goddamn around, just everywhere. And I fucking pull my friends. I'm like, do you guys see this? Like, am I going crazy? And we sat there and watched it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, this continuous moving, rapidly moving around just everywhere star. And then it just goes out, like just disappears. Like, it's not like it just zoomed off or something. It just goes black, it's gone. And it's gone. And that was it. But I mean, we all sat there like, is that aliens? Like, what could that possibly fucking be? Like, we were calling to parents and stuff, and they were all looking. We were all fucking confused. Like, basically, it was just a lot of confusion. But I don't know. I still can't explain that to that day, and I remember it vividly. Like, it's one of those things that was so shocking. Even though I was young, I remember it like clear as day. It was just real weird.
Did you check the newspapers or anything to see if anybody else had reported it?
Well, because it wasn't like
before the internet.
What's that? I think it was in Texas. It was in Austin or something, where they saw all the lights and like thousands and thousands and thousands of people reported it, and we still pretend like we don't know what the fuck that was. They're talking about it more now because it's like it's
social media.
Crazy.
We all have phones, so we can videotape it.
It's just crazy. Or it was in Arizona or something.
But also,
it was
there's
in
like
Tucson.
a ridiculous, abnormal amount of activity in China. And they have like so many videos online.
Yeah.
By the way.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't like that. It wasn't so obvious. If you didn't happen to be like just kind of looking at the sky, and even then, you know, we questioned it as we saw it. So who the fuck knows? I don't know. I don't know what it was, but it was weird. That's the only real explanation I have for it. So.
I wonder if they're watching us now.
They're behind you.
I feel like that's a lie.
No, it is a lie.
I'm fascinated. I think I'd love to talk to somebody that's more intelligent than most of the people I speak to on a regular basis. I'd be like, oh my god, this is so refreshing. Thank god you're not an actor.
That being said, has anyone seen Arrival? Have you seen Arrival?
I have.
I liked it. Did you not?
I liked it. I did like it.
I actually really liked it. It's super slow.
Like, it is really slow. Like, and that's like my main thing because, you know, I don't think I can ever love a slow movie because it's just not my bag.
Usually it's not mine either, but I think this has a payoff that's worth it.
Yeah.
And it is a very interesting story. Never really been done, especially not in this way. It was just, I really enjoyed it. But I could see why people don't like it because it is very slow. That being said, I love the twist. I just loved everything about it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Go team.
Yeah.
Side note, if you want us to do a subject on hot tub story time, comment down below. Maybe we'll do your actual topic.
If there's something you want to know.
Right. I really want to do a ghost story one.
We will. We will soon.
I'm sure that's inevitable.
It's going to happen.
And of course, celebrities meetings part 2.
Part 2.
I mean, we live in Hollywood because realistically we could do that repeatedly.
Yeah.
Like forever. We're always meeting new people.
It does.
Way more important than us. Mm-hmm. But anyways, if you like this video or if you like us, please don't forget to hit the like button down below and also subscribe. Hit the little bell, make it ring every time we upload, and support us on Patreon if you really, 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 really like us.
And we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alright guys, have a good one. Thank you so much for checking out Scream Queen Stream. We hope you loved it as much as we do.
If you want to see more of our videos, check out our YouTube page. And while you're there, how about you subscribe? You want to see more? Just tweet us. Find us on Facebook. Join in on the fun.
And most importantly, if you really want to join us on this crazy ride, check out our Patreon page and become a patron for amazing, awesome perks that we give out monthly.
As well as early access to all of our videos.
Free giveaways.
And a whole lot more fun shit.
So check it out.
We'll see you there.
Stay bloody.
You stole my tagline.
I did.
You're a horrible friend.